Well, since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, let's look around.
Give me a moment to compose myself.
Hey, look! Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber. No way! Just trust... Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top. Huh? Why? Alright, let's follow... Oh. Hey, looks like we've gotten... Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista? No. Paimon made... Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it...
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. What are you talking about? We're invited guests. What makes you think you can treat... No. Wait. She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a millilith ambush here to arrest us!
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at once!
Well, here they come!
Think you can get away? Incoming!
Take the target alive!
Retribution!
Bested! Who goes there?
Nowhere to hide.
Attack!
Stop! What's all this about?
Lady Coaching, these two strange people said...
Who are you calling strange?
You want to...
We're invited guests, here to look for the Lilith...
Well, as it...
Oh!
I'm Kuching. I know of you, Trap.
Wow. Paimon
The Guizhong Ballista and Tian, these Millilith are just here to guard the scene.
So this was all a misunderstanding.
Anyway,
That was... Huh? Oh, right. So
just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that
we're not taking sides.
when you say protect,
Huh?
you are mortals, and that naturally, they would also... I'll say it like it is.
Well, you've got it still.
Should I forget it? Either way, Rex Lapis's death, how surprisingly civilized of them. Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. The time of the Adepta. I'll stop here. Honestly, you should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. Ningguang's schedule, the cream of Li was...
Favor? But wait, that's right. Greeting.
All right. You can decide on... You didn't actually have to... Well then. May we meet again, traveler.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool So, what should we give to Ningguang when we... Oh, right! Paimon has a feeling that if... Why don't we go with that for a gift? With a certain boom shakalaka, of course. Let's go gather in greeting. Ooh, look at that slime. It looks crystal clear and very delicious. That's the one.
This is destined.
Huh? Is it just... Huh? Did you hear that? No! Uh-oh. It looks...
There's no end.
Sword from shadow. Decided by destiny.
I was not...
I understand. Don't say that. I'm Mung Dan. I never expected that. Is there anything that you lack? Antiques.
Wait a moment.
Oh?
Do you have a box that can...
Of course we do. Now just give me a moment.
Great!
Life goes on.
Come on, don't keep me.
Hey there!
Uncle Mung already many of the best goods here. This
Yep. Hang on a moment.
sure. Please help.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique, it's done!
Oh yes. You
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now... much. Excuse me.
Yes. How?
It's not convenient to.
Ah, well said.
Yep.
And yet the code that you...
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joy.
It's Ning. Since this is our first meeting,
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. I'm glad this palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon. One day, I believe it will open not many from outside Li. As such, I have been...
what?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu.
Wait, was Ver?
Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhangbel...
You weren't peeking?
I fear that peeking would have... Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason... I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until, in the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Tevat. They built cities. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days. Gods that failed to seize the title of art. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liu. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? Even in a new era, the Liu at Qixing remain Rex... That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden, but our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against, hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back.
Who's this enemy you're
What do you think, Traveler?
Huh? What are you two talking?
Well answered.
Huh?
The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at...
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends.
Ooh! Isn't this that...
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after...
That's because that wall records Leos. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no... If possible, But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching... You'd pick Kuching? I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes, but after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. Well, I must say that quite a few... I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But for Liyue's sake, we cannot... Indeed. It seems that you understood what I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with... Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to...
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the... Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I...
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So...
Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently.
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that. One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy. Just imagine how much more a whole untorn sheet would... Let's grab one, the biggest one. Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest... La 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 la. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Whatever it is, it better make us sigil of permission, some... Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure at all. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing... Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of missions, but research on the sigil... Speaking of which... Oh, you really... Well, should we not go then? Oh, so you're saying... That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon... Anyway, we'll see if... Before we look for Jean...
No time to lose. No time to lose. No time to lose. I could get used to this.
There really were Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper. And they look really mad at us, too.
Retribution!
Let's move.
Speed of light.
Shouldn't get careless. Have a load of this. Let's move.
Incoming.
Shouldn't get careless. Too low. This should be fun. Kids?
Cut to the chase.
Not breaking a sweat. This is battle.
There are so many pilots. But how did it... Oh, Talos, maybe the being able to channel divine... And, the last... Let's go!
Right on time. Did you enjoy your visit to...
It was so...
Indeed. Then you met with Ningguang?
She's super rich, and so... Yeah, her take on...
Oh.
She said...
Indeed, contrary. Although she's friendly. There's... Yes. It said that she's the one...
The Jade Chamber is only...
Why, Mora.
All Ningguang talked about...
That is how the Fatui have all... No matter what they may be...
So, is there anything...
Yes, as a matter of fact...
Glaze lilies. Oh, right.
No. Dihua Marsh used to be before the Archon. Of course, there are wild glaze lily, but I'll need your assistance in gathering these. No, I need...
So how... Really?
We'll only know once she's...
It's time to sing. Whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because they sing a song from Mondstadt that they don't understand here?
Don't blink.
Those weren't glaze lilies.
This little monster, the glaze lilies you...
Well, that...
Unfortunately...
That's so lame.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze?
Oh, hey, it's...
Hello, traveler. Ah, that reminds...
Well, it sure would have been better.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did...
Huh. She's acting different from the first...
Oh, well,
You came all the way out here?
Yujing Terrace is whenever my duties...
Oh, so...
No, it's quite when the Archon War came to its end, yes. The other 5, of the current 7 arc, this means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's...
So what do you think of this?
Huh? As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine but as an Adeptus...
Huh? Did you just say...
Yes, I am a mix of human and Qilin. Adeptus blood flows after the war ended. I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those... Well, let's save that. I also know where...
We did...
Oh, so did you...
Indeed, I did.
Wow, so you really know...
No, it is you who... If you would excuse me.
And that just about... Given the ease of picking glaze...
Yeah, Paimon can already...
I've had beginning a new undert, so you must be careful to...
Wow. See? Alright, I think... What happened? The city gate is swarming with Liyue and...
Ah, you're the Millilith are watching our
Desperate time.
The Adepti of Joyung...
Do they intend to execute?
Most likely. However, both sides were...
It seems inevitable.
The Adepti do not acknowledge...
Surely the Liyue...
They're...
And what now?
That's all. She proclaimed that in these only now do they want to... Anyway, Mr...
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use... Neither path is an...
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhang...
Things are taking a turn. I'm afraid I must leave. Consider your next course.
So what does Zhangli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole thing, he must be waiting. But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
It is as the stars foretold.
Need to end a few enemies?
Wow. It looked impressive enough from the... This is where all of Teyvat's Mora... Oh, so it's a trap? But even if we can't, or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora... Oh, right, it's quiet. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Quick, we have to...
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly... Don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted... Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia...
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my... She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing. The time for discussion and either way, the battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for...
You could... When Signora offended the deities out, instead of confronting you when she faces a... But as for me...
We won't let what happen...
Oh, besides, you could never defeat me. Not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, fighting talk, I love it. Now This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
Speed of light.
Try this. Cowering already? Poor timing. You've made some progress. Guess I should take you more seriously. Haha, good. No wonder Signora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger. Something else to try. My turn.
Speed of light. Hey!
Opening box of the Death Tricks.
Nowhere to hide.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now. Huh? I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
This is going to cost you! Yeah! You got to the nooses ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the nooses over, now! Don't let me take it from you!
We didn't take it!
Retribution!
Life goes on. Look! Child's back to...
Well then, it seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you! We didn't take...
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against...
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation, given that the Gnosis wasn't in fact, it might be that the Exuvia was...
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also... As such, we must now look to our
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this. I absolutely did. The truth is, the world belongs to those of us. Unfortunately, we cannot be picked.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone fort.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archons. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient...
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey! Those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsarit, using the powers of ancient, but knowing that such an action... Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast! What's going on? If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the...
What are you doing?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts up...
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an... Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liu Har...
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago. So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and...
We've already discussed this together, and our...
What? Wait, all of you were supposed to be the girl...
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it peaked their... And as fate would have it, one who... For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an...
I suppose this is one blessing from the So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their... We haven't a moment to spare. Yep.
manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too.
We Adepti have not faced the god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you, one wishes to witness.
Retribution!
Goodness. Through. Heat. To blow. This first. Be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How dare you? Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Is it time for
Retribution!
The ancient gods attacking again! There are so many victories too!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children? Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
That's so energy! That light from your body, it's like the tiny Julian cars! Wow, it's Madame Ping's shockwave! This granny's really strong! Orders received.
Retribution!
Stay right there. I will end you. Let's end this, I guess. Goodness.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Giant, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Retribution!
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this hunt off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here...
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we...
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloudred. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limit. At first, it was only the size of a small room. But with continued expansion, it has become... It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the... Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice...
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here to...
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our record, even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would...
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be...
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. I also thought to tell him how the but I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until...
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right. That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be
All right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already...
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the...
Huh? Why does everyone look so down?
Weren't you frightened, dear?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please, come visit.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adepted.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer, although their blood is weak. There is still the time of contracts between gods and Liyue.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans... Fair enough.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their...
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of...
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that... Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex, but we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex... Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the... Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strong... Lead we have the Adeptless rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment.
Doesn't the Northland Bank... Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the... Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? We had better go and make
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities? Oh, it seems that's...
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard.
No, don't let her get to you. You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements. And our last battle at the Golden House, so it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of—
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map.
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that, nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually,
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty— You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind, then—
What in the world are you talking?
The contract is fulfilled.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of— No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but why did—
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between—
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and—
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I heard I stood motionless among the crowds, asking—
Oh, Zhongli—
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter it. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and That's right. Which is why I continued to
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear?
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when—
I was pleasantly surprised with the finale of the show that you all put on. The Adepti deserve the greatest applause, considering their years of seclusion. They hardly recognized the city, yet faced with such a crisis, they exerted— And hats off to the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract, Senora. She managed to keep everything she knew in strict confidence, far from the eavesdropping ears of her colleagues. All the while, I carried on as Zhongli, and fulfilled the traditions of Liyue. These things were all a part of my script. The only unforeseen— I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. They seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue as divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death.
Huh? That doesn't sound—
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed—
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept—
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon—
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace.
Well then, With the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zappolyarny Palace and seek an audience.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of...
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade.
Realistically speaking, there is...
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. My contract to end all contract. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scale, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
So Rex Lapis is really... Oh, God, there's only one real Fatui. Shh. Look.
You know that
Yes.
say.
Now that I mean it still...
Forget.
Hear ye all! The Chisings were, though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it gods and adept rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Chising's announcement said. So that's how something feels off. Could the Chising or did Zhongli tell them in secret after his Gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? Ooh, see? Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of
We, the people of Liyue,
The long, unending dream of our
now that we have awoken from our... Will you stand with...
So concludes the work. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Chising always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is... Name your price. You deserve that much.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Roping you.
The clean up a...
Why, you... Were you just trying to look... If you were...
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is... And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down... Right. If the two of you can spare the time.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to...
You're right. I do like the Mora. As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal, when I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So...
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tag, but since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a...
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also, the Archon Morax, could never experience life as the... I will treasure the memories that I made as... That is true.
Paimon thinks...
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the shogun of the Inazuma Bakufu, people call her the
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always... Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, this is what visions are. Magical
That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began
Vision hunting?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to
They want to seize visions? But why?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are
Whoa!
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away. Well, knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage, 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? That was a good one. Failing that said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager... I hinted as much to the Adepti. How did I accomplish that, you ask? All right then. Was there anything else you wished to...
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement, we listened to...
These are indeed false accusations. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth. Ha! Those poor... All right then. Was there anything else? The time of the Adepti has long passed. Kuching is absolutely right. Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, and thought as a matter of course, could the original person who brought up the idea of seizing power have been... All right then. Was there anything else you wished to know?
That's right. Zhongli, now since Morax is dead... Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even...
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since...
This is terrible! We're all about to run out of Mora!
Yes, this is indeed a major... well,
Then, did you at least set some private...
Oh, a private fund.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it. All right, then. Was there anything else? Well, then. I suppose you'll have to find a way...